everyone. My name is Brendan Royalty. I'd first like to thank you guys for having us here, inviting us. Today I'm going to talk about PreVisit, which we hope will give your doctor back to all of you. So, I'm a physician. I've been doing it for 5 years. I was the lead for the Kentucky One Electronic Medical Records for the implementation and the improvement of our systems. And as you can see from this heading right here, we didn't do very much. This isn't just me, this is over the entire U.S. 2016, still subpar systems that we're using. Findings here from this year from Annals of Internal Medicine, doctors spend 27% of their time actually looking at the patient, talking to the patient. The rest of the time we're over here doing other things with EMR. I don't like that. You guys don't like that. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay because of people like Millie up here. Millie's 92. She's doing pretty good, but she does have some medical problems. She's had some surgery. She doesn't see as well as she once did. She doesn't hear as well as she once did. She relies on a lot of people to help take care of her. She doesn't care about who's doing this. She just knows that it takes me away from her. And that's not okay. It's not why I went into medicine. It's why we decided to do something about it. So, we built PreVisit. What is our solution? It's a mobile app, free for patients. It doesn't rely on forms. It doesn't rely on a lot of text. We think people like images and graphics, and we like GIF files. And so we think this makes a whole lot more sense. If you don't read well, fine. If you speak another language, that's okay too. You can do that on the fly in the office. Works on phones, iPads. We're building it in Android. All of this you do before you even come into my office. At stoplights, I hope not while you're driving in to see me. But the story that goes over, my MA brings it in. After it goes to a secure server, comes down and goes right into my note. That's about 2/3 of the documentation done. And then I can actually come in, sit down, and listen and relate, and actually do better work. So we were here in August. Have we made any progress, any traction? We've received a verbal endorsement by Kentucky One Health. So there's about 450 doctors at Kentucky One Health. We're slated to start providing that PreVisit service for them in January. We have a beta site underway. It's a 10,000 patient beta site, independent practice. We've been featured by Kentucky One Health with some offerings with some opportunities they've been seeing. So we've been busy. What does it deliver? This is important. The reason our systems don't work right now is because there's too many systems and nobody wants to play in the sandbox well with the other one. All right? These people want to protect their data, those people want to protect their data. Ours works in any EMR right now, today. Works in clinics, ERs, and hospitals. Specialists, primary care, it's okay. Patients get what they want, and doctors get what they want. We want to care for patients, and patients want to be cared for. What are our targets? We're going after patient scheduling, personal information involving the patient in between visits, telemedicine, some AI and VR integration, epidemiology, and international medicine. But our focus is always going to be this right here. We're going to keep the relationship between the patient and the physician. We're going to make everyone have a tool that improves that care, because that's what we all need. So, you guys have any questions?
So how is it that you're integrated with every EMR today?
We keep it simple, like dragging dictation and things of that nature. We use clipboard mechanisms to go through. So it does not matter what the type is. It will go into a free text field, which is what most of the providers use. Clicking is terribly inefficient. text, templates, it just takes too long. I don't need people to tell me how to diagnose someone. What we want to do is we want to give the boundaries of what's going on with the patient so that I can then come in and use my brain and think. I don't need everything planned out for me, but I need to be able to think. I need to be able to listen.
So who has to, how do the text, the text that you collect in your app, how does that get matched to a record, in a practice management application or an EMR application? Is that, how do you associate entities in your system with entities in the human entities, patient entities in the EMR?
So they come directly, the MA brings it directly into the chart from our secure website. So I have a patient chart open, I bring in that information, it goes right in. I'm sitting out in the hall, I can look at it and review it, I can come in and focus on what I need to.
First of all, thank you for pronouncing GIF correctly. That was really key. Secondly,
Can I have some money? No.
sure. Two questions. First one, do you think among the other benefits this will reduce wait times to customers and patients, and any kind of rough estimate of to what degree you think it will?
Significantly. I mean, I can't. I had someone tell me yesterday that was a chief medical officer, been doing things for years. He was trying to explain to a technical person what it meant, and the technical person, no offense to anybody technical in here, but they said, well, what does it do? And they said, this right here saves me 15 minutes. Right here, that's all it is. And the patient did it, and I didn't have to ask for anything. The wait times are going to be key, because the reason I did this is because we're losing visits and we're losing revenue because people are going to UTCs, because it's easier to go in there.
What are UTCs?
Urgent treatment centers, because you can just walk in. I can let people walk in my clinic with this. I don't have to free up my schedule at all. It is free. It's open. You come in, you go straight in, you're in a room, you got a kid that's sick, boom, you're in and out. You don't wait in the waiting room for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, around everyone else that's sick. You don't want that. You need to get back to work. That's what we need to provide.
My second question requires a pre-question. Since I'm obviously not an expert on medicine, it's my understanding that the majority of the medical business is people that are slightly older, 50 plus. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, given that the most, the largest market is older people, sometimes, while this is changing, sometimes older people aren't as excited about using new technology. What, have you done any, like would Millie use it, for example? You know what I mean? Like, or if not Millie, someone in their 60s or 70s, have you had any like user testing to see how well you're able to get some of your older patients to actually use the app?
So, first question, getting to the age demographic, I think you're right. There is a certain age in which you're sort of in the tweener stage. I think people up to about 60, 65, or there's about 60%, about 55% of those folks, they actually have smartphones, if you look at some of the recent data, because they're on Facebook and things like that. You get up to people around 75s or so, they're not going to use it as much. But a lot of times those people aren't coming in by themselves anyway. They're coming in with their children who are adults, and they're trying to help them with the visit.
The children will use the app for them, basically.
Yes, or what's better than that is you can bring in a large iPad into the room, and then for those folks that don't see well, you just blow it up. And that's one of the great things about something like an iPad Pro in the room. It makes it so much better. Nobody's asking me about revenue.
What about the revenue?
That's a great question. I thought you'd never ask. So subscription model, providers pay $150 per month. Okay? $150 per month is 2 extra visits. That's all it is. 2 colds I see. I say, give me 2 colds. All the other extra patients you can see, you can have. That's probably too low at this point, and we're investigating whether we need to go higher. But much more money is spent on much less effective tools out there.
Any more questions?